Boya.
All right, we are live. Zach, do I have you?
Yep.
Awesome. Got my boy Zach with me. We've got a 10 gamer on tap for today. Let's give it a few minutes. We'll wait for some people to get in here.
I'll pull up Twitch so I can see the chat thing.
Yeah. Got some viewers now. Trickling in here. We'll give them a few more
I'm
minutes.
one of them, so
Yeah,
making
for
sure you
sure.
can hear me. It's 0 for me right now.
As many people on the stream as we can.
Dude, there's a lot of good guards.
Yeah, for sure. It's loaded, man. Let's
Play
recap.
Harden or Kyrie.
Yeah, we'll recap a little bit yesterday. We got some things right. Well, you got some things right. We didn't have the stream yesterday. Um, you know, ran into some bad luck in the last game.
DeAndre Ayton plays full minutes.
I know.
Fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Foul
if you were
trouble.
last night, if you were projecting DeAndre Ayton for 23 minutes, I don't know what you're doing. So,
Yeah. That kept us out of cash on FanDuel, but it is what it is. What are we?
The whole thing of what Frank Kaminsky did. I mean, even what Ayton did in 23 minutes, he got you 35 points. You know, if he plays 33 minutes like he should, we're talking about him having 50 points. So it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Frank
fine.
Kaminsky almost got a triple double. That's why. I mean, I told everyone I was like, Ayton's in one of the best spots on the slate because
Yep.
Centers against Golden State is the same thing. Centers against Brooklyn. Like James Wiseman has proved. I was like, Wiseman may improve their defensive efficiency against centers. Nope. And then now they're starting Kevon Looney anyway, so it's just back to last year. Just keep attacking centers against Golden State. Just kind of sucked that Abdel Nader and Frank Kaminsky were just dominating usage at the end of both first and third quarter, and it allowed them to get a ton of like lead in the game, especially in the end of the third quarter. I think Abdel Nader and Frank Kaminsky hit like almost 6 back-to-back threes.
Yeah,
With Golden State just missing every shot. So
Kaminsky really helped my showdown. We crushed that showdown.
Yeah, I mean Frank Kaminsky was a good play, just in general.
Man, what happened to what's his name?
And also
Dozier, not Dozier.
Javon Carter not
That
playing until the last 2 minutes is just.
I just don't
The
get
coach
it.
decided to go with someone else that night. I don't understand why. He had played in every single game at least like 6 minutes, even before the Booker injury, and then he played 16 and 23 with Booker's injury, and then he plays 2 last night. If that game doesn't blow out, Javon Carter probably doesn't even see the court, and he's seen the court in every game. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if Javon Carter was late to a meeting or what. He's not a major player, so we'll probably never know. If this was Devin Booker and he was sat for the first quarter, whatever, we would have gotten some news about it. We'll never know with Javon Carter, but there's probably something that we'll never know about of a reasoning he didn't play.
Yeah. Hey, we crushed DK, man. So that's all that matters to me. We crushed DK. Fell a little bit short on FanDuel. That's all right. Foul trouble. So we'll get back up on the horse today. What is your record on FanDuel now? I can't remember. I tweeted it out last night. 28 and 8? Is it 28 and 8? Is that right?
Let's see. So we won that. Won that. No, it's 27 and 8.
27 and 8. Okay, awesome. Well, I don't know anybody else that's doing that, so there we go. All right, man. We can go ahead and get started. If you want to do game by game, let me pull up the.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up here. Give me 1 second. All right, first game up.
But then I didn't put in the records, so my Excel spreadsheet
Yeah, sorry.
last night, so I just updated them. DK's 24 and 13, and then Fanduel's
Sweet.
27 8.
Yeah,
Those two
they're both really
double
climbing. That's crazy. All right, man. Here we go. We got 10 games. I'm gonna be doing the line, I'm gonna be doing the content and filling in for Zach today. But we're coming on here doing this so we can see where each other's heads at, and we'll go from there. So, all right, let's go. We've got the first game. We've got the Hawks taking on the Wizards. Hawks are favored 3.5 points, and the over/under is 233.5. 233.5, one of the highest on the slates.
Yeah, I mean, we got a pretty big slate. So yeah, it's 233.5. Milwaukee and New Orleans is 230. Brooklyn OKC is 232. And those are the 231. So those are the games you're going to be looking to game stack if you're making 150 lineups or just making some GPP lineups. You're going to be wanting more pieces from those games. And then sprinkle in with your value pieces, which some value pieces are in those games, like one we'll talk about later. But for Atlanta and Washington, Westbrook's going to be back with Beal, so I don't like Beal's price tag. Beal's obviously in play always. He's shown that he can hit 50 on any night. So
even with
he's
Westbrook.
He's one of these actual studs that I would think about over the 10K range. I don't think he's mispriced anymore. At the beginning of the season, when he was like 8 to 9, he was 9K, and then he just bumped up to 10K and it hasn't left. I was like, this is ridiculous. And now I'm like, okay, Beal belongs here. If he was cheaper, he'd just be a smash play every single slate, no matter what. If this dude was 9,500, he'd be a play that I want to get to almost every slate. So,
hey Zach, can you bring your mic closer to your mouth? I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
Maybe that's a little bit better. So
is that better, guys? Let us know in the chat.
And just let us know if it's better. So Trae Young at 9,100, me and you were just talking about this, is a really good play on DraftKings. You said he's 10-6 on FanDuel, so that's a little bit high, but
yeah, it's a little tougher to get to on FanDuel. I love he's got to be a freaking lock as of right now on DraftKings for sure. It's just he's averaging 5.5x.
There is one point guard shooting guard option that's going to be one of the better chalk plays, or value plays. He's going to be chalky, but one of the better value plays in the OKC game. So, because we already know George Hill's out, Theo Maledon, so that takes up one of your guard spots on DraftKings. On FanDuel, obviously we're not playing Trae Young at 10-6, but on DraftKings you also have kind of jumping ahead a little bit. We also have DeJounte Murray at 6,100. We're going to have Kyrie / James Harden with no Kevin Durant. So you're already taking up a lot of guard spots just on the surface of things, and this is without any news. But so obviously, yeah, Trae Young's a really good play. I think Westbrook's a good GPP option at 9K flat on DraftKings.
Yeah,
he saw
just
28 minutes.
Yeah,
the last game against against Houston. This was a blowout though. They lost by 19 19. He may have been able to play 30 minutes that game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him play like 32 today. Remember that Trae Young is a high usage point guard, is going to turn the ball over. See turnovers 3, 3, 7, 2, 6, 5, 2. Amazingly a 0 against Philly, and then 5 and 7. So 3 to 7 turnovers, probably 4 is his average probably. That could lead to some steals for Westbrook. Westbrook can block some shots from Trae of driving layups and stuff like that. Trae Young's a young point guard. I can see Westbrook getting a few more steals in this game. So his steal and block upside is bigger. He's not a cash game play because we have no idea what his minutes are going to be. So don't think that. Just a good GPP play.
Yeah. Another thing about the Washington is let me see. Hang on one second. Oh yeah, Wizards ranked 27th against point guards for DVP.
Yeah.
So it just screams that he's the top play, one of the top plays on the slate, at least on DraftKings. So
I love Trae Young.
Yeah, same.
I was gonna ask you what DeAndre Hunter's price was on FanDuel, but they finally priced him up and got him right.
High.
He's 6,600 now. Yeah. So no more DeAndre Hunter. I've said this every time. When he's in these 5K price tags, and he'll fall back down there. Probably.
Yeah. He's 63
he'll have a few down games.
What do you think about him on DraftKings?
How do I think about him on DraftKings?
Yeah, he's 63.
Yeah, this is a good matchup for him, and the dude's really producing.
Yes, he is.
But 63, it's a good GPP play. I think he's starting to get priced up a little bit too much above his average projection, so I don't want to.
The dude's hitting like 35. He's averaging about 35 per game right now.
Yeah, his season average is 31. Here recently, he's been really going off.
37, 24, 46, 36, 39.
Yeah, he's really turned it up this year. Cam Reddish is probable. I'm pretty sure he played last game, so him being probable doesn't really change anything for Hunter. But really, the rest of this game, I don't really care about outside of Trey in cash games, and in GBP it's just Trey, Beal, and Westbrook as known as like, oh yeah, these are the top price people. Obviously they're gonna be good, but I mean, unless like if Anthony Gill starts again, which we saw him start with Westbrook in the lineup and then they took him out, that could have just been an experiment. But watch for that. Um, so also watch Jordan Bell played 31 minutes last game against New Orleans. He could eventually slide into the starting center role or even a power forward role, and they may not start Robin Lopez. So definitely watch for that. If Jordan Bell starts, he's going to be the best value play on the slate.
What is he, like
So
3K on DraftKings probably?
32,
Yeah,
33,
33.
33.
Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's going to be the
yeah,
best value play on the slate if he starts.
yeah.
If
We'll be
not,
watching for that.
there's going to be some people that go to him just because of his last game. I don't think you need to if he doesn't start. But besides that, that's all I have for this game.
Yeah, he get 31 minutes last game, and he put up 28 DraftKings points against the Pelicans. This is a better matchup for him too, because the Hawks are soft
Yeah.
against forwards and centers. So, well, Capella's probably gonna play, so that's not a great matchup. But
Yeah.
anyways, anything stick out on DraftKings besides Trey? Beal's pretty priced up. Westbrook's okay.
Yeah,
GBP.
it's just Trey for me, really.
Yeah. We need to talk about Rui. Rui's back. Rui could start tonight. And he's 4,900 on
Yeah, so
DraftKings.
that would also limit his upside if he doesn't start.
Oh, Bell? Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, really at 4,900. Meh. What is he on FanDuel?
Let me look.
51. Meh. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends on how bad the small forward position is.
Do you really think he comes back and gets full run?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, I'm good on this game.
All right, let's move it on.
All right, next up we got the Pacers taking on the Hornets. Pacers are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 221.5.
So I really like Cody Zeller from this game. I liked him the last time. I just really wanted to play Gobert and Ayton, which was worked out fine. But I didn't just him starting. I've never known what minutes he's gonna get half the time. So in 4 games back, the first game he only got 11 minutes against Chicago and got you 9, but then played 15, 18 off the bench and got you above 20. That's what you need for value. He played 30 minutes the other day, 2 days ago. So this isn't him on a back-to-back. He played 30 minutes against the same team and got you 37. I don't know how you fade Cody Zeller in cash games tonight.
At least on DraftKings. Yeah.
And yeah, in GPPs, there's an obvious way you can fade him, but this is also a guy that we know when he gets run, he produces. If you look back to last year, he had many of 30 and 40 point games, and they were becoming routine. And he got up to 6K last year. And then they'll, for whatever reason, the Hornets love to do. They like let him go off for like 6, 7, 8, 9 games, or whatever, and then they're like, you know what? Let's play Cody Zeller 15 minutes today and give minutes to these other people. I don't know what they do with that center. Right now, Cody Zeller is a good play.
Yeah.
He was a good play last time too, and I admit that, and I had him in my sheet. But the thing is, it was hard to play him in cash games, knowing that he could get 20 minutes. I don't care that he starts. If Biombo's ever out, Cody Zeller is always a smash play because he's gonna play more minutes. But with Biombo there lurking, it's harder to play him. With him getting 30 minutes last game, I'm not afraid anymore. I know it's a 1-game sample size, but on this slate, 4K for that kind of center role right there, it's really good.
Pretty sure Big Business play. Yeah, he played 8 minutes, so I think that they're committing to Zeller.
Yeah, it's kind of Zeller and then PJ Washington getting some backup minutes at center, even though he's starting because PJ Washington plays that kind of off rotation. So I think it's really them getting most of the center rotational minutes. Also in this game, I like Domantas Sabonis at 9,200. I was worried about him getting coming off his knee injury. He played 37 minutes and got a triple double. So Sabonis is back to being a good play at 9,200. He's always been a good play, just wasn't last game because coming off an injury. He's obviously fine. That Brogdon 8,400 is a little bit too much for me. I think he's priced at just where he should be, so nah. Fuck you, Gordon Hayward, but he's 7K.
Yeah, that's a complete misprice.
So Yeah, it's a little too cheap. He didn't play well in this matchup, but he still played 40 minutes and wasn't in foul trouble. He just shot poorly, and only shot 14 times. So some shots went away from him this game. Uh, I expect him to rebound, back in this game. Not like actually rebound. I mean, actually, yeah, I get more than one rebound for sure, but like rebound in terms of his scoring upside. Um, I if he's your last piece in cash games, I don't mind it. But I think with a 10-game slate, we don't want to be too overexposed to this game either.
Yeah,
Um,
I do like
and
Hayward,
really,
man. I mean, he's averaging like
I,
5.5x at that price.
yeah,
Like
I
it's,
wouldn't be surprised if he's chalky today. And I think he's a good
yeah,
cash game play.
I think
Like
so too.
I don't hate getting him in a lineup. It just depends on how the rest. I don't want to like be like slamming Gordon Hayward right now and he end up not being the best play. I'd rather
Yeah,
look at
for
other
sure.
stuff altogether and then
Yeah, we're gonna get some news that's gonna change some things too. Miles Turner's okay. He's 78 on FanDuel. But with Sabonis back, it just kind of caps him. Sabonis is 9K on
yeah.
FanDuel, and then Brogdon's 83. I mean, they've got Melo down there at 55. I mean, there's upside. That's probably a GPP play.
Lamelo's
And
55 on FanDuel.
yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, he's
Um,
just in a slump,
yeah,
man. Let me look at
he
his
hasn't been
thing.
getting a lot of minutes here lately. His minutes
Right.
are down and back into the low 20s. So
Yep. 22, 16, 27, 21, 21. So, yeah. Yeah, we need to see it. We need to see more from this kid. And he's just going, he's a rookie. It's going to happen. His shot's just not there. So, yeah, I think we can
yeah.
move on. I don't have a
Jeremy
whole
Lamb
lot.
at 4,900. He was in foul trouble last game and only played 21 minutes. So if he starts again, I don't mind him, but I think there's better plays on the slate.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's out of
That's all,
play
that's
on
all I got.
FanDuel. He's 52, probably.
Is he shooting guard
Yeah, he's
on there? I'm
shooting
guessing.
guard.
Yeah, probably not with Harden. Harden's 9,800 over there. We'll talk about him later, but
Yep. All
um,
right, I think we move on.
yeah, I think there's better shooting guards. Yep.
All right, we've got the shittiest total on the slate. We've got the Cavs taking on the Knicks. The Knicks are favored 1.5, and the over/under is 208.5.
Yep. So Barry Nance is questionable still, so we don't know. We'll have to wait on
I don't think he
the news on
plays.
him.
I really don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he sits again, but eventually he's gonna have to come back. So we
Yeah.
really need to know that. Again, I don't mind Drummond if Nance is out. But again, I don't. Drummond still only played 28 minutes last game. Like
We haven't seen him over 30
even with
minutes since
Nance
Jarrett
out,
Allen has been back. We have not seen it.
yeah,
Not one
Drummond is
time.
yeah he hasn't touched 30 minutes in 5 games.
Since
So
Allen trade, he hasn't topped 30 minutes. So we just need to
I
monitor
don't.
that. But he has he has upside, obviously.
Oh yeah, he has obvious upside for sure. But
He's 94 on FanDuel, so it's and the lowest total of the slate. So we're probably not going to get there, but good play.
yeah. I think Julius Randle at 9,300 is still fair, but not for me on this slate. Sexton at 6,700 is fair.
Mhm.
There's a lot of good guards though. I'd rather play like DeJounte Murray at 6,100.
I really like Garland. I don't know what he is on DraftKings, but he's 5,200 on FanDuel.
He's 5K on
That's just too
DraftKings. Like
cheap,
again,
man.
there's a lot of good
There
guards,
is. Yeah.
so it's really hard for me to like him. Um,
You have any
Again, I'd
interest
rather play
on
DeJounte Murray at
Prince if he
6,100.
starts? Because
On who?
Prince,
Sorry, you kind of cut out a little bit.
that's all right. Prince
Bryn
should
Prince.
start if Nance is out again. Do you have any interest
Nance is
there?
out. Prince. How much is he on FanDuel?
He's 54 on FanDuel, so he's not really in play there.
Yeah.
He is, where is he? He's 47 on DraftKings. That's kind of mad to me. I don't really like Prince. What do you think? I may have lost Zach.
Sorry, I was looking at
Oh, there
something
you
else.
are.
So I'm fine with Prince. He did really good last game, but it was also Detroit and New Orleans. Gosh, the Knicks play at a slow pace already, so I think this could be a game where he kind of falls back to earth.
Yeah, I agree. And it's the lowest total on
I
the
don't,
slate. A lot of games.
yeah,
I don't think we really
I
need to
don't
go
mind
there.
it though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, outside of the guards here, I like Sexton and Garland a lot.
Mm-hmm.
and then that's probably it for me.
Yeah.
So we can move on if you're good. All right, we've got the Bucks taking on the Pelicans. The Bucks are favored 7 points, and the over/under is one of the higher ones on the slate. It's 230. Is it Giannis season, Zach?
Like, I really liked him last game because it was going to be competitive, and Toronto doesn't play defense against the power forward and center position well. Yeah, no. I mean, he's a good play, but there's better pay up options on the slate. So
Yeah, he is 10-8 on FanDuel. Sorry, DraftKings,
yeah,
and on FanDuel he's 11-3.
yeah.
So
So yeah, I'm gonna not be on him. The only things I really like from this game are Brandon Ingram at 8K on DraftKings, Zion at 7,600.
yes,
Again, like, you can always play Zion under 8K. You can always play Brandon Ingram around 8K. So I like both of those. They're both just strong, like, normal, like, options.
yeah,
Lonzo's a game time decision at 5,300.
dude's
So if
gonna
he's
sit.
out,
He's gonna sit.
uh,
He's definitely gonna sit, Zach.
yeah, I would imagine that he sits. If he's out, like, Nickeil Alexander-Walker's 4,200, you can go there.
I
I don't
like
mind
it.
that either, but again, there's a lot of good guards. I don't want Bledsoe at 5,700.
I
So
think Nall will be chalky if Lonzo sits, and I think he does. So at least
yeah,
on
shooting guard on FanDuel's pretty good. Yeah,
is he
I
shooting
don't
guard? Yep,
I don't mind him at all if Lonzo sits. We have to have that news though.
for sure. Is he shooting guard? Yep, on FanDuel. He's 42 on both sites. So yeah, I
I don't
definitely like
mind it.
him. I definitely like it for sure. And I like Ingram and Zion too. I think Ingram, let me see, give me 1 second. Yeah, Ingram is 79 on DraftKings, and Zion's priced up a touch at 82. So, and Giannis is 11-3, so I'm just kind of off.
Yeah, not bad.
I don't have anything else here.
All right,
Just the
let's
studs.
move on to the next one.
All right, so the next one we got the Kings taking on the Raptors. Raptors are favored 5.5 points. Over under is 229.
Yeah, so De'Aaron Fox is still massively priced up on DraftKings, which is fine what he's been doing, but not for me. Um, Kyle Lowry at 7,100. He's looked meh the last game, and then the game before that he was absolute garbage coming back from that injury. But I don't know if his toes affect him or what. But 7,100, you can start taking shots on him in GBPs. Van Vliet 7,500 and Siakam's 7,300. All these guys are like the same thing. I would have a little bit of pieces of them in GBP, but none of them are like super good cash game plays for me because I don't know which one's going to go off in each given night.
It's a
Um,
great matchup though.
yeah, it's a really good matchup. Norman Powell 6,200 potentially without OG Anunoby. It's
I like that.
pass on OG Anunoby if he plays.
You don't like Powell?
Um, oh, not at 6,200.
Yeah, he's
I don't
shooting
care that
guard.
he's really gone
Gotcha.
off the last two games. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
He's played 40 and 41 minutes. I'm not
Yeah.
going to bank on him keep producing at this level. This isn't the player that he is.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's
I
shooting guard.
always pass at him I always pass at him at this price. Really, I don't care much about this game. If you want to have a Siakam, Lowry, or Van Vliet in your lineup, I don't mind it, but it's not a priority for me.
If it was me, I'd probably go Siakam, Lowry, then Van Fleet for me if I was ranking those guys. But yeah, I don't want too much more anything else out of this game, so we can move on.
Got it.
So far, obviously can change with news, but anyways, we've got the Nets taking on the Thunder. The Nets are favored 7 points, and the over/under is 229.5.
And we know Durant is out.
Yes,
he's out for rest, and James Harden is 9,800 on FanDuel and 10-3 on DraftKings. It's too cheap for James Harden. Obviously, you can fade him and play Kyrie, but I would say you need to play one or the other, whichever one fits into your lineup better. And it's not crazy to play both, but it's also taking a lot of your salary.
People did it last time. That was a chalk build last time that Durant sat.
Yeah, and you can play both. It doesn't bother me for you to play both. There's a lot of usage that's gonna go somewhere. So playing Harden and Irving, like that's the whole team now. So I don't mind you playing both.
I really like Kyrie with the savings, but he's point guard, so that matters.
does. Shea at 8,300 is a good play, but again, there's so many good guards. I don't know how you're going to fit him in with Irving / Harden, and then with like Maladon from this game is 3,400, and we know George Hill's going to be out. Theo played 30 minutes last game in a starting role, and got you 24. In a starting role the game before, he only played 22 minutes, 17.5. This is the best match. He's played Portland and Phoenix. Portland's a good matchup. He did decent in his minutes. Phoenix is a tough matchup, and he did well. This is his best matchup so far defensively. So I want to roll with the rookie tonight at 3,400. I think he's going to be chalky. So I don't unless we get other news. So he's one of the best value plays on the slate.
That's Maladon.
Because we already know Maladon. Yeah, we already know that George Hill's out, and Maladon started the last 2 games, and he's still 3,400. So.
Yeah, he's.
I really like him. Fast-paced matchup. This could be a breakout game for him. He's a rookie. They want to see. This is a rebuilding team. They let him play. Al Horford just went crazy in his baby game and got 49 against Phoenix. He played 30 minutes. So I don't hate Al Horford, but he takes up a center spot, and we already like Cody Zeller, and we like all these other guards. So it's kind of tough. Is Horford's on center? Horford's center on Fanduel as well. So.
He's 55.
Which he should be. He only plays center. It's not like he plays power forward anymore. I don't mind Joe Harris at 5,200 with Durant out, but he's not anywhere near a priority to me. No to DeAndre Jordan. I don't mind Baisley for GPPs. And then really, that's about it. I don't know what this Brooklyn starting lineup is going to be outside of Irving and Harden either. So the rest of these like auxiliary pieces I don't really care about.
Yeah.
You can take a shot on Bruce Brown at 3K if he starts, for sure. He's done well in his starts without Durant, so I think that last one he got like 19 in his start or something like that.
Yeah, he won you $800.
What'd you say?
I said Bruce Brown won you $800 like 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, because he was starting with no Irving and no Harden and no LeVert, and they had his point prop at 8.5, and I bet it all the way up to 14.5. So
yeah.
Yeah, because FanDuel lets you do alternate point props, so that was cool. But,
yeah, I don't mind Joe Harris. If he starts or doesn't start, he probably will. But yeah, I don't hate it either way. But yeah, I really like Kyrie and Harden. Obviously, that's not a hot take. So
yeah,
I think we can go ahead and move on from this game. That's gonna be a popular game. All right, next up, we've got a couple more. We've got the Clippers taking on the Magic. Clippers are favored 5.5 points, and the over/under is lower at 217.5.
Yeah. So let's see. Which one did you say? Sorry,
it's the Clippers Magic. So
Phoenix,
we do know.
Philly and Minnesota. Is that what you said?
No, the next one. Sorry, I'm just skipping around. It's the Clippers and the Magic.
Clippers in Orlando. Okay. Sorry, that's just different order right here.
Yeah. I'm just looking at FanDuel.
Yeah. So we know Leonard and Paul George are going to play. Well, they're off the injury report. So. You know what that makes me want to say about this game is just avoid it.
Yeah. No interest in Reggie Jackson. He's probably too priced up now for his usage.
No, even with Patrick Beverley, it's still probably going to be out because of his knee. I don't care.
No.
It says he is unavailable Friday against the Magic now.
Yeah, I think Aaron Gordon's in a good spot. I know he burnt us the other day, but a decent spot. I guess he's going to get Kawhi defense now that he's in, so probably does take me off the entire game.
He's 6,300 at power forward on FanDuel. Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, it's more of a price thing because with Kawhi in, that's obviously he's a depoy. So, all right.
Yeah, I think other than that, just avoid this game.
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We've got the 76ers taking on the Timberwolves. 76ers favorites, 7 points. Over/under is 224.5.
Yeah, so we know Towns is out. We don't know about D'Angelo Russell. He's questionable.
Or Embiid.
So I don't know what he's gonna be tonight. On DraftKings, if Embiid sits, which he could, he's still got this back tightness thing, and he's missed a game here or there. Tobias Harris at 6,800 looks like a pretty good play.
Mm-hmm.
He got 38 when Embiid was out, and Ben fucking Simmons is 7,700, and I'm not gonna. He got a fucking triple double against the Lakers. This is Minnesota, who doesn't play any defense. Like, I'm just not going to expect him to play 21 minutes like he did against Detroit. He's 7,700. Play friggin' Ben Simmons, and he takes up a small forward role
Yep.
on your DraftKings. Like,
Yep.
he's 7,700. If Embiid is out, play Ben Simmons. I saw some people on Twitter saying, "Oh, you play Ben Simmons when Embiid's out?" Like that's a dumb move, and given these dumb reasons, no. I got lucky because he played 21 minutes.
It
Like,
was an
so
outlier. I'm looking at his
I don't
minutes; they're
care.
all above
Yeah,
34, basically.
no. You play Ben Simmons. You can play Ben Simmons tonight in cash, even with Embiid. He's 7,700.
Yeah.
It's too cheap. If I'm not saying he's a priority, but he's too cheap, regardless of regardless of who he's playing or if Embiid is playing. $7,700 is too cheap for Ben Simmons. And
Yeah.
if Embiid is out, I imagine that he's chalky tonight, and I bet he goes off, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, see, you play Ben Simmons without Embiid," but then because he was 8,400 against the Pistons, they didn't want to play him. That's stupid. Um, it was just a bad turn of events, and I'm still salty about that. Ben Simmons had 4 fouls and played 21 minutes. So,
Hey, we still
Ben
cash, man.
Simmons
We're good.
tonight, yeah, Ben Simmons tonight is a good play. Regardless, he is a superior play with no Embiid,
Yeah.
but not one without Embiid that I'm not trying to like force into my lineups.
Okay. Let's talk about Dwight Howard.
Um,
If Embiid sits,
yeah,
he's 4,200 center only on DraftKings.
probably isn't a play with Cody Zeller on the slate, but this is a matchup that he can blow up in. It's a really good center matchup. I don't know what Tony Bradley they're gonna do between the two of them. They probably both play like 24 minutes, so I'm probably not there. I'd rather go to Cody Zeller.
Yeah, he's a
Not
different
like too
story
many
on.
guards.
Yeah,
So.
he's like I said, different story on FanDuel. He's 4,800. So I think I'd rather get to Zeller because
I'd rather get
they're
to
not
Zeller
gonna.
on FanDuel as well over
Yes,
Howard. Yeah.
because we know he's a vet, man. They're not trying to push this dude. Let me look at his minutes really quick. Yeah, I mean, even he saw 2 games where he's played over 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
I like Zeller.
Agreed.
So, yeah, I mean, Danny Green is cheap, 4K, small forward. He did just blow up for him, I guess, against the Lakers.
Yeah.
He scored
That was
31.
you could go on the revenge narrative side of that too.
Yeah,
Like, he
true,
just played for him.
true.
But yeah, no, I will never play Danny Green when everybody's healthy.
All right, cool. Well, we can move on then. I don't really like playing 76ers that much, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
It's just Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris for me. If Embiid plays,
Yeah.
or if Embiid is out, both of them are really good. If Embiid plays, then they're both just kind of good.
Yeah. All right, we can move on. I like both of those, but we'll just need to wait for the news to figure that out. That's an 8 p.m. Eastern game. All right, West Coast games. We've got the Nuggets taking on the Spurs. The Nuggets are favored 4.5 points, and the over/under is 221.5. Really quick. Oh, no, that's the next game. Sorry. Go ahead. You're good.
Um, DeJounte Murray's 6,100 on DraftKings. He's getting these low 6K prices again. Like, this dude was just 7,400 3 games ago, and then went to 7K, got you 46. Then went to 6,600 and got you 32.75. We need 30.5 from him for value. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his last 9. He's hit value at that price tag. Like, I'm not counting the one that he got injured in the first minute of the game and didn't come back. So 6,100 is a joke.
I mean, yeah,
I
triple
think he's
double
one of the best
upside.
cash game plays on the slate.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. This dude like can get you triple doubles and double doubles, and I don't. This should be a competitive game. I don't understand the price tag on him at all.
Me either.
For GPPs, I don't understand the price tag on. Yeah, I do because he's slowed down a little bit, like I thought he would eventually would. Jokic at 10-1 is for what he's done this year is a good price tag. If you look back at his historical rates, it's a meh price. So I don't like attacking Aldridge still, but Jokic, if a good competitive game, could see upside in this matchup, and you're going to get him in low percentages in GPPs. Jamal Murray under 7K, I'm always intrigued in for GPPs, not for cash. But DeJounte Murray is a decent defender, so DeMar DeRozan is the other one that's like stands out to me. 6,800. It's pretty cheap. He's probably going to see some Michael Porter defense, so he can get some more easy baskets and easy assists and easy everything because Michael Porter doesn't play defense. So 6,800 DeRozan isn't bad. And then Will Barton at 4,300 is just, you could throw him in some tournament lineups and see if he can get you there. Like this again, like I've said it the last time that Will Barton was out here and he was 47. I was like, you're gonna see some Will Barton blow up games that are just gonna come out of nowhere. He's gonna get 40 points in a night when Michael Porter, when he gets sat because he doesn't play defense, or when he gets in foul trouble, or when Gary Harris gets in foul trouble, or whoever gets in foul trouble. And there's no PJ Dozier, so that should open up a few more minutes for Will Barton anyway. So I don't mind Will Barton for GPPs only. It's not a cash game play at all. Lonnie Walker at 4,100 is a meh play. He gives you small forward eligibility, and then the rest of this game is just a stay away.
Yeah, for FanDuel, I think Joker's kind of priced out. He's 11-2. DDR 7,700, meh. DeJounte Murray not as in play on FanDuel. He's 7,500. Jamal Murray's decent play, 7K. I like Michael Porter. He's 68. And that's it for me. All right, 2 more games.
I don't think Michael Porter is a cash game play though.
No.
Like, yes, he's gotten 33, 46, and 32. But he's at this point, until he's lower 6Ks or upper 5s, he's not a cash game play for me.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
All right, last game.
2 games. Wait. That's weird. Sorry. Yeah, there is last game. They put the Nets game at the bottom of the screen for some reason. That's
who
weird.
knows? Yeah.
All right, we've got the Mavs taking on the Jazz. The Jazz are favored 4 points, and the over/under is 222. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you. Do you know that sneakily the Jazz haven't lost a game since like January 6th or 7th?
Really good.
Holy shit!
They're just a really good, solid team.
Yes.
I will say, this is not it's not a back-to-back. Cool. So we just saw this game 2 without Donovan Mitchell, and we saw the Jazz win by 12. Donovan Mitchell's still, concussed. I don't know if he plays. It says that he could clear the protocol as soon as Friday, and
it should get that news.
Really gonna be tough for him, for us. Unless we get that news by lock, with the concussion, I would imagine that he isn't going to clear the concussion protocol an hour before the game. I'd imagine we know this news before lock. I imagine we know it here in a couple hours. If Donovan Mitchell is out, I think Mike Conley is a good play at 6K. I think Rudy Gobert is a good play at 7,500. I think Bogdanovich is a good play at 5,400. Joe Ingles at 4,700 is a fantastic play at small forward on DraftKings. Absolutely fantastic. Again, 4,700. We just saw him 41 in this matchup. This dude, when he gets starts, he's always gotten peripherals and he gets points. So Joe Ingles is a fantastic play at 4,700 if Donovan Mitchell's out. If he's in, do not play Joe Ingles. That's Joe Ingles' usage is gone.
Yeah,
that's it.
We just saw that. I provided a late slate bonus the other day, remember? And I had Ingles and Clarkson and Gobert, and literally took shit down. So
yeah, Gobert got what? He had a 2020 game.
I don't even know.
So
yeah, nuts.
I don't mind Gobert again for cash builds, even with Donovan Mitchell. I don't mind Gobert for cash games. Porzingis doesn't play the 5 much for this team. He's a power forward, so Gobert's not guarding him. It's Royce O'Neal, which, yes, may sound like a total mismatch, but Royce O'Neal's a decent defender. Porzingis is just tall. Porzingis only got 29.25 DraftKings points last game. Royce O'Neal's a good defender. Jordan Clarkson's 6,400 on DraftKings. I think that's too high. He shot 21 times last game. I don't expect him to shoot that many times every single game. He is kind of the main scorer, but he's also taking up a guard role. What is he? He's 5,800 on FanDuel, and I like that a lot more.
I do too.
A lot more. But wasn't there another shooting guard lower price that we liked? Or Nickeil Alexander-Walker's 4,200.
Yes,
so you're gonna have to decide there which one of those two you're playing, because there's no way that I would want to fade James Harden at 9,800 with no Durant. That's one of my lock-in shooting guards on FanDuel. I don't see how you would fade James Harden without Durant. at 9,800, sub 10K. I don't get it. On DraftKings, I can see like, okay, don't want him at 10-3, but remember you do get the triple double and double double bonuses on DraftKings.
Mm-hmm.
He's more likely to get those, and so he's only $500 more. So I understand the price tag that's higher on DraftKings. Kyrie Irving's 8,700 on DraftKings. But remember, you're probably not getting a triple double or double double bonus from him. You're just getting raw points.
And Trey's
He's probably going to
$500
score
more.
35. Yeah, and Trey's $9,100 at the same position. So I like having two of those three. For me, it's going to be Harden, Irving, and Young on DraftKings that you're going to want to choose two of.
Yeah, I
and
agree with
and
that.
really any two's fine. My preferred thing is probably Harden and Trey, and probably next it's Trey and Irving. It's probably having one and one, and then third being having Irving and Harden. I just really like Trey. That price is just too cheap. It's just too cheap. But if you needed to, easily go Trey and Irving. So I'm just saying it takes up a lot. Your guards are used up because I think Maladon is one of the best value plays on the slate, and DeJounte Murray at 6,100 is just wrong. So that takes up all your guard spots, including your utility, and then so it's harder to play Gobert. That was my whole point of this. And it's hard to play Gobert. It's harder to play Clarkson. It's easy to play Ingles at small forward. He's shooting guard small forward. That's the beauty of him. And that's the beauty of a couple of these shooting guard small forward plays. So
yeah, he's 52 on FanDuel, small forward.
Yeah, small forward. Yeah, I mean small forward's probably a poor position over there, like it always is. So it's probably not a bad play. I haven't looked too much into that. So we really need this news, and I hope we get it before lock, because that would be very helpful to be able to play Ingles.
Yeah, I agree.
So obviously Gobert's a good play, like I just talked about. But again, it's just gonna be hard to fit on the slate. Luka Doncic's obviously a good play. You're gonna get Luka probably lower ownership in GPPs. No, he didn't do great last time out with this team. His team's good defensively, but I mean we've seen Luka do bad and then like turn around and then smash a team because he's just that good. But again, like I really think Mike Conley is a good defender, and like it sucks. Like Mike Conley's 6K. Like he's cheap. Like he played 29 or he played 30 minutes last game and got you 34. If he hits a couple more shots, gets a couple more assists, whatever, like we're talking about just a blow up game for him and getting him closer to 45. It's not out of the realm of possibility at 6K. So I think in GPPs it wouldn't be the craziest thing to sub him out for DeJounte Murray, or to play both and only play one of Trey, Harden, or whatever, or not play Theo Maladon and find value elsewhere. Like those are going to be decent GPP options. But I think Maladon. I think I wouldn't be crazy to think that Maladon scores 30 tonight. I think he's just one of the best value plays in the slate. It's too good of a matchup, so it's really hard for me to get away from him. I'd be over the field on him in GPP for sure. The rest of this game though is just it's too priced up for me. And with everybody back on the Dallas side, I don't want to pay any of these pay up price tags for people.
Yeah.
Josh Richardson, I will say at 4,300. If I knew he was getting full run, he's a fantastic GPP option, like absolutely fantastic. $4,300 is just too cheap for him. Not a cash game play, but throw him in some of your tournaments. This dude, if he sees 30 minutes, could get you 35, points and in the right spot, but not a cash game play.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just put in the chat if anybody's got any questions. If you guys are tuning in, you've got any questions, put them in the chat. We've got about probably 2 minutes, and then we're getting the hell out of here. Got a big game. Got a lot of news probably still coming.
Yeah, and exactly what Shane said about anyone like wanting to not like. I hate Gordon Hayward, but I'm saying he's a good play tonight at 7K. Like Ben Simmons just burned the shit out of us. He's a great play though if Embiid sits. Like, and I'll continue to say that. Yeah, have a short term memory with this stuff. Like I really hate Gordon Hayward, but it's if like Hunter puts him into the builds tonight, he's a good play. Like he's a fantastic play at 7K, but it just may be he doesn't fit in it as well, and that doesn't mean he's not a good play. It's just see where the build takes us. There's a lot of good guards. Cody Zeller's a really good play, and you don't want to have too much exposure to like just Charlotte if you're playing Zeller and Hayward on this slate. So it's not the realm of possibility that he could be not in the lineup. But just got to look at the slate as a whole. It's 10 games, so
yeah, that's a lot.
Definitely have a short term memory though. Don't let people be on your. There's reasoning to have people on your no playlist. Like DeMarcus Cousins should be on your no playlist with Christian Wood active. Like that kind of stuff. It makes sense. But a no playlist, as in, man, Ben Simmons burned the other day. I'm never playing him again. That's a poor move because the dude is cheap and can get you a triple double. He's a triple double threat every night. You should always be exposed to people that can get you a triple double, especially on DraftKings every single night. Those are the people that you actually usually want to be more exposed to in tournaments. Anyone that can get those double double and triple doubles, you want to have more exposure to them over, like, let's say, just a pure shooter. But that's just my opinion. I want to chase those double double and triple doubles because they get more points over a period of time. Shooters will have bad nights. But these people that get triple doubles and double doubles, yeah, they're obviously gonna have bad nights too, but they have a better floor because of their peripherals, and that's Ben Simmons. So.
Yep. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. I think we are going to get out of here.
Yep. And I'll be back Saturday. I'll be in the loop tonight. I'm got.
Yeah, don't worry. Me and Zach will be talking.
Social things to do. So. Sure. I'll be back tomorrow and Sunday and all next week and all that kind of.
So
all
the
that
show
jazz,
will be back. Show will be back Monday though. We take the weekends off.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, weekend off of the show for sure.
All right, guys. Thanks again, and thanks for tuning in.